Namaste students. Today I am going to discuss about the topic immunoenzyme technology. So immunology is directly related to enzyme technology, and the topic combines immunoenzyme technology. So in the immunoenzyme technology, that is the topic of enzymology as well as the topic of the immunology. So immunoenzyme technology have two techniques which are interrelated with the enzyme plus immunology, and there are two techniques, ELISA and the RIA, radio immunoassay. So first we are going to discuss about the ELISA test in this in this video. So what is ELISA? ELISA is enzyme linked immunosorbent assay. Means they are immunological techniques which are related to the enzyme technology. So what happens in the ELISA? In ELISA, ELISA is used for the detection of a particular kind of antigen, or it is mostly used for the detection of any disease. Okay, and mostly it is uh, for detection of different kinds of various kinds of diseases. That is the main basic of this ELISA technique. And in this ELISA technique, we take the use of enzymes. Okay, we take the use of enzymes, we take the use of antigens, we take the use of antibodies for detection of diseases. And it was first time developed by Peter Perlman and Eva Engwall. So what happens in the ELISA? The basic principle of ELISA is based on the formation of antigen and antibody complex. What is the antigen? Antigen is a pathogenic, and antibody is a complex molecule which is present in the human serum, which will bind to antigen and it will kill the antigen. So it is the formation of antigen antibody complex. When one antigen antibody complex will be formed, then this antigen antibody formation will be detected using a chromogenic detection, that is a enzyme. So enzyme is the uh, outsider. Enzyme is an outsider which is used for the detection of using a color. Okay, a color is formed when an antigen and antibody complex is formed, and when antigen and antibody complex is formed, then there is a color is generated which is the indicative that antigen is present, and it results by the use of enzymes. And the enzymes are conjugated enzymes which are bound to a chromogenic substrate which generate a color product. So this is a test kit of ELISA, and this is the micro data plate, and these are the reagents including the antigen, antibody. What are the types of ELISA? ELISA is, as we have already discussed, that ELISA is directly based on the binding of antigen and antibody. And in this ELISA test, enzymes play important role in binding. And when these antigen antibody have been bound to each other, then enzymes will tell us that the antigen and antibody have been bound, and there is a color which indicate that antigen and antibody have been bound. So based on these, direct ELISA, indirect ELISA, sandwich ELISA, and competitive ELISA are the types on which enzymes are bound. In this direct ELISA test, what happens? Uh, in direct ELISA, there is a antigen molecule. This is the antigen molecule, and on this antigen molecule, a antigen antibody will bound to this antigen, which is bound to a enzyme, and a substrate will be there when this substrate will bound to this antigen antibody complex, then it will indicate that the antigen antibody have been bound, and the color which is formed by the binding of the substrate, then it will indicate that antigen antibody have been bound, and the patient have a particular kind of disease. Means in direct ELISA, only antigen and antibody, single antigen is bound by a single antibody, that is the direct ELISA. In the indirect ELISA, it is used for the detection of an antibody in the given sample, and micro titer plates are initially coated with antigen which is specific for antibody, and then we add a sample, and then an enzyme which is conjugated with the secondary antibody is added. So here we can understand using this diagram that there is a antigen which is bound to a primary antibody which is specific for it. Okay, and then to this antibody we will add another secondary antibody which is bound to a enzyme complex. Okay, so to this enzyme complex a substrate will also bind, and when this substrate will bind to this enzyme complex, and when it will give a color, then it will indicate that enzyme, antigen and antibody have been bound to each other, and the patient has a particular kind of disease and the reaction is positive. What the third number is sandwich ELISA. The sandwich ELISA is very simple. Simply in the sandwich ELISA, what happens? There is a antibody which is bound to a microtiter plate, and to this antibody there is a another antigen will be bound. Okay, to this antibody the antigen will bound, and to this antigen the antibody which is conjugated with a uh, enzyme will bind to this antibody, and when a particular kind of HIV conjugate will bind it, and after binding to this HIV conjugate and a substrate, it will give a color which will indicate that the reaction is positive. So what happens in the sandwich ELISA? Sandwich ELISA is a sandwich. Okay, it is simply a sandwich in which this is a first layer, means antibody is upper side, it is bound to the microtiter whale, and second number a another this is a antigen, this is antibody, and there will be another antibody which is bound to this antigen. So it is a sandwich in which a antigen is sandwiched between two antibodies. So it is a sandwich ELISA technique. Next is competitive ELISA. Competitive ELISA is a variation of ELISA, and in this competitive ELISA, antigen and antibody are initially incubated so that they form an antigen antibody complex, and this mixture is then added to microtiter well coated with a synthetic analog of antigen to be detected, and a free antibody will bind to these antigens, and this complex is estimated by the enzyme conjugated secondary antibody, and this binding will confirmed by the chromogenic detection. This is the diagram of competitive ELISA, in which the antigen and antibody will bind, and there will be a competition between the antigen and another antibody. The as we know that the best will win. Similarly, the specific will win. The specific antigen or specific antibody will bind to a particular kind of antigen or antibody, which will indicate that it has been bound. Their binding is confirmed by a chromogenic substrate. If a chromogenic substrate is observed, then it will indicate that the antigen and antibody have been bound. So it is uh, this ELISA technique is directly related to the enzyme complex. So enzymes are involved in the immunology techniques in which the enzyme is the key factor which will detect that antigen and antibody have been bound. Enzyme uh, is itself bound to a substrate. When this substrate will bound to a ligand, it will give a color, and this color will be confirmed for the detection of antigen and antibody complex. So by using this immunological techniques, that is the immunoenzyme technology, we can detect the presence of any particular kind of antigen and antibody. So our lecture is over here. In the next video, we'll be going to discuss about the RIA, radio immunoassay. Thank you very much.